Hello to my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's get it. Okay, so the moon is moving into Leo. If it hasn't already, it would be moving from Cancer into Leo. If you don't have a moon calendar, they are free. You can download them on your cell phone. So the moon will be moving into Leo if it's not already in Leo, okay? Okay, so that will help you to boost your confidence. Maybe put on a little extra sparkles of gold, because Leos are ruled by the sun. We're not talking about a Leo, but the moon in Leo. So Leos and Cancers are the only two zodiac signs that are not ruled by planets. They're ruled by luminaries. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Leo is ruled by the sun. So Cancer, the color associated with that is silver. So the color associated with Leo is gold, right? So you may be feeling like putting on a little extra pizzazz, maybe yellow or sparkles of gold or something when the moon moves to Leo. Maybe feeling like silver when the moon is in Cancer, feeling creative, staying indoors a little bit, nurturing yourselves a little bit, so in very healthy ways. All of the answers I need are inside of me, okay? Sagittarius, let's get it. You are ruled 9th house. So 9th house. All right. 9th house. For those of you all who are tuned in, find out what your zodiac sign is in your 9th house. 9th house is about quest and adventure. 9th house is our sense of what lies beyond the horizon. It invites us to travel both physically through long distance journeys and mentally through higher education, philosophy, and religious contemplation. It covers ethics and ideals and the spirit of law. So whereas Gemini rules 3rd house, we learn basics via early education, but the 9th house, we go beyond facts and analysis into meaning and synthesis. So our planets here suggest how we deal with this more complex level of learning. So a lot of you all in this year of 9, 2025, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, may decide to go back to school, right? And so you're going to start realizing that all the answers that you need are inside of you. And you may realize, okay. You've been on this journey traveling, for a long time towards your north node, your 10th house. You've been working this job. You've been answering the call your whole life, going back towards pure consciousness. You've been going back to answering your call, the call in your life. You're like, okay, I haven't been working this job in vain. I've been building. This was happening my whole life, moving towards answering the call in my life. So, okay. A lot of times people think they're on their job. They think, okay, I've been doing all of this, just wasting my time. No, you haven't. No, you have not. So that's where your confidence level is going to start building. You'll be like, okay, I've been doing all of this for a reason. I've been working a job. I've been around these friendships. I've been in that family. Then you start realizing source does not make mistakes, okay? Your confidence level is about to start building. I met these people on my path for a reason. All of these things have happened for a reason. That's right. So I'm going to give you the questions for the moon in Leo. For those of you all who are new to my channel, if you had an opportunity to take my tarot card classes, I have so enjoyed meeting every single person that I've met. We have had a really, really good time. The classes actually ended on the 19th. So I specifically had one-on-one classes for a reason. I did not want anybody to feel uncomfortable or out of place. Sometimes you have a classroom filled with people. You got people that are at different levels of learning. Some people feel like they're more comfortable with tarot. Some people feel like they're just at a different level, and I didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. So one-on-one worked best for a lot of people. So they were free, and some people had cards, some people didn't. Some people had different decks. Like for instance, this is a Light Seers Tarot deck. This is a totally different deck. This is a different deck, right? Y'all have seen me use this deck here, which is a regular playing card deck. Y'all seen this, like people play regular cards. Some of y'all out here playing spades, bid whist. Y'all out here playing, you know, all kinds of poker. Y'all playing different types of cards. And so I can teach tarot in any kind of deck of cards, right? So but I have so enjoyed teaching you all how to read cards. We've had a lot of fun. So, but if I decide to teach more, you know, classes, I will teach. I will let you all know. I will announce it on the platform. So we've had a lot of fun. But yeah, so all the answers that I need are inside of me. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. What is the current situation for my Sagittarius? Source, what is the current situation for my Saggies? All right, Page of Swords here. So whatever, this is a page energy is messenger energy. So you're getting a message here, right? That someone is an open book and it's giving you a lot of ideas, right? So people pray for people to be an open book, but can also make you a target, right? So you're starting to learn that when people are an open book, see how this person looks like they're walking on a tightrope here? It can give people this sort of air that you being an open book can, and as I'm channeling energy here, it can give people this air that people are nervous, right? It makes people nervous when people are an open book, or give people the impression that you are nervous because you're an open book. Like, why is this person such a chatty Kathy or chatty Charles or whatever, chatty whoever, right? It can give people this feelings of nervousness. See these light bulbs right here, an idea. Like, why is this person so chatty? Why are they so open with information? Why are they so open, right? Like, okay, isn't that what people pray for? Like, it's almost like you're darned if you do, darned if you don't. So this is a current situation that somebody could be in right now. That someone is an open book. Somebody is, you know, being open and honest. People pray for that. But then when you're open and honest and you're sharing information, then people are like, why are they sharing so much information? I was like, what? Didn't you ask for that? Okay. All right, so what's the blockage? What's the blockage? So when you're around people like this, that are, people ask for information and then people are like, okay, then you close the book and you stop being so open. Then people are like, okay, I didn't ask for them to share so much, but then they just go from one extreme to the next. They just stop talking altogether. Okay, well, which one is it? You can't control if a person, you know, yeah, here's the Eight of Swords here. That's the blockage. That's the blockage there, right? So you can't restrict what a person can say. That's the blockage here. So that's the blockage. So somebody is looking back at something. Somebody's looking back at how, you know, some people feel restricted. This is what you have in common. This is what you and someone have in common. This is what a destiny swap feels like. So when I talk about destiny swap on my channel, there's many different ways of doing destiny swaps. And if those of you all who follow me on IG, on Instagram, and I'm telling you I'm in the process of writing a book, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you kind of sort of know, you read sort of an excerpt of what I'm writing about. And I'll talk about destiny swap. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube about destiny swapping. That's kind of what it is. It's almost like a person who, when you see people who have gone from, their lives have gone from one extreme to the next, right? You're just like, okay, how did their life go from this open book to a closed book? Like, what the heck happened? Like, how did their life change just like that? How did their life change? I know them for being this way, but then all of a sudden it's the total opposite of that. Like, how did their life change like that, like in an instant? How did their life change? They used to be such an open book, and all of a sudden they're a closed book. Like, what happened? Right? That would be a destiny swap. In the lighter sense of a destiny swap, it would kind of be like you coming in contact with a person where your day is going well, And then you talk to someone and their day is not going well, and they swap their day for yours, and you leave them feeling like, then this is why I talk about recalling your energy so much on my channel. Like with every exchange you have, recall all of your energy so that somebody doesn't swap their bad day for your good day. It's like coming in contact with a friend or someone you love. Their day is a bad day and your day is going well. And so you get off the phone or you leave their company. Maybe you had lunch or you had some kind of an encounter with them, and your good day is swapped for their bad day. They leave you feeling like you felt like you had a good day. They feel good and you feel bad, right? Yeah, a swap. It's now swapped. There's movies about swapping, right? And so yeah, so somebody is now starting to realize something is coming to an end. Your anxiety about something is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. So all the answers that you need are inside of you, right? Because so many people have this in common. So many people have this in common. And so you don't want to get looped into something where you're just starting to realize, oh my God, I didn't even realize a destiny swap was happening right before my very eyes. Something was happening right before my very eyes. Because what's hidden in the destiny swap is death. That number 8 right here connects us with death. Something very unhealthy and wounded is happening, where you're seeing something happening, like somebody wants somebody else's life. Somebody else thinks that somebody else's life is better than theirs. What they have, they want someone else's life. So for example, there's a portion of the book that I'm writing where I talk about how where I used to meet and some of the people that I used to work with, some of my ex-colleagues, and I used to volunteer. We had this, I want to say it was kind of a ministry, but yeah, I want to say it was a ministry where we worked in our agency where we worked, where we would volunteer in the kind of the homeless community, and would ask some of the homeless community, like, how did, kind of sort of their backstory and what happened. A lot of those people were military, like ex-military or veterans. I won't say ex-military, but veterans. A lot of people may have relocated, gone, had a job lined up, things happened, or something could have happened, some major something happened, something fell through, whatever. But somebody, somewhere, money was involved. Somehow, somewhere, money was involved. Somebody was getting a check for something. Somehow, somebody was going to benefit. Life insurance policy, some kind of disability check, some kind of social security check. Some kind of money was involved where people felt like, okay, either people were tired of waiting on something, some kind of swap was happening where somebody felt like somebody's life was better, so I want to swap my life for theirs. It can get real dark and real grim and real deep, right? So some people, believe it or not, felt safer living on the street than around people that they love. Believe it or not, as crazy as it sounds, some people don't feel safe around their own loved ones once they realize, okay, these energies are trying to swap lives here. And so people are like, oh, let's have somebody committed. But when you hear some people's stories, you know that they are not lying. And so people are starting to wake up to some truths about some things. So yeah, so that's a blockage here. That's a blockage here. That is a blockage. So yeah, it's a current situation here. When people are starting to be an open book and talk to people, and people are like, oh, I never heard, that sounds crazy. That sounds like, what are people talking about? Sometimes you want to listen to what people are saying. There was a story recently, this guy on Instagram, a chemist, he had gotten his master's degree from Temple. I don't know if everybody saw it on Instagram because the story was pretty, circulating a lot around. And this guy was interviewing him and he was saying, sir, I'm glad that he approached him that way and addressed him as sir, because he should have been met with dignity and respect as a homeless person. And he said, asked him what his story was. He said he was a chemist. He had gotten his master's degree from Temple and found himself living on the street as a homeless person, right? So what's the distant past? Yeah. People are starting to realize that some people just would not accept some things. Yeah, some people would not accept some certain things. Some people just would not accept certain things from people. And that's why people wanted to have certain people committed. This is what a lot of people have in common. Certain people would not accept certain monies from people. They would not accept. They were just like, no, thank you. They were like, no, thank you. Somebody was an open book. Somebody would not accept something. They would not accept being committed or something happening to something. They would not accept money from certain people for some kind of a destiny swap. Somebody is starting to see something. Somebody is starting to see something. All the answers that you need are inside of you. What about the recent past? Yeah, something new is being created. I'm seeing because some people are starting to see all money is not good money. All money is not good money. Just because somebody's getting a check or getting some money from something, some people like some things are just not worth it. It's just not worth it. If it's going to cause just to create something around somebody's mental health and cause somebody some kind of mental disturbances, it's not worth it. Something new, somebody could have something new that's being created that they can protect. This is you could have new love coming across your path or something, but somebody is no longer paying attention to being wanting to be accepted into certain spaces, right? This is what we're seeing with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, Six of Pentacles reverse would be just kind of sort of an imbalance in giving and receiving, often manifesting selfishness, resentment, or lack of empathy, right? So somebody is just starting to see, somebody has a lot of, they're not empathetic. Somebody is starting to see somebody is not empathetic at all to people who are an open book. And that's the message that something is sending to a large group of people. It's like when people are an open book and they are empathetic, it's showing that there's a group of people who are not empathetic. They're just about money. And people are just willing to create any old thing for money. So I don't know who this is for, but like I said, all the answers that you need are inside of you, whoever you are. People out here just creating any old thing for money. So somebody is saying, Lord have mercy. Alrighty, y'all. So what are your strengths? You're waking up from some nightmares of your own. You're waking up from some nightmares of your own. This is you. Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords. You're finally waking up from some nightmares. Because somebody is saying that you have some things in common with some people. So nightmares obviously can come from anything. It literally can come from anything. Y'all could watch a bad movie and have nightmares from that. For real. That's anybody. You could watch a bad movie, a scary movie. Now, speaking of movies now y'all know YouTube has full movies on YouTube. Like, if you can't afford like these streaming services, which can get kind of expensive, YouTube has full movies right on there. A lot of comedies, every genre, right? So if you can't afford them, so whoever's putting these full movies up, I saw somebody put the comment up saying somebody's doing the Lord's work, which I thought was funny. But yeah, there's some people out here. People have been through some nightmares in their lives. They have been through some things in their lives, and so the empathy is needed. People need to sympathize and empathize with people. And so the more and more people are an open book and they're sharing stories, like there's a guy, like I said, who shared some stories with about this homeless guy on social media. More and more people are being open books. A movie could trigger something, for real. Literally, a movie could trigger something. So, be mindful of that. Y'all know what I'm saying. Your little kids, your kids, nieces and nephews sitting up watching these scary movies like Halloween, or some of the other ones. What's the Jason, whatever, Michael Myers, those movies. Y'all know what I'm saying. They end up having nightmares and stuff. Adults have nightmares from scary movies too. So source is saying anything could trigger a nightmare movie. Could trigger a nightmare. So watching movies and stuff like that. So just protect your energy. Somebody could have a very stressful job. Protect your energy. Recall all parts of you, right? So that's a strength for you. This is a strength, and this is what you have in common. So that's, just keep in mind, if you read a book, something could cause a nightmare, and people will suggest things. Like, people will suggest things and they'll say, hey, have you ever heard of this book? Right? And they'll know that you've had, like, for instance, a person knows that you've had a domestic violence background, right? And they'll say, have you read such and such book? And you read the book, now all of a sudden you're having nightmares about the book. Or they'll know that somebody in your family could have recently transitioned. They may say, oh, have you heard about such and such book? Or they know that you like to read. Y'all know I've had books and stuff on my table. They may say, oh, have you heard of such and such book? And you're like, oh, no, I never heard of that book. And all of a sudden you start reading a book and it's about the same very thing that you've gone through. And they know because they've talked to people who know you. It's a small world. People know people. And anything, or you think you going somewhere to buy something because it's such a small world, and somebody starts talking about, if you lost a loved one, they start talking about the very same thing, and you just like, oh, okay, here we go with this again. You having nightmares. So like I said, it's a small world. People know people. A lot of people have people in common, no matter where you travel, no matter where you go. People playing all these mind games, all for money. Like I said, all money is not good money. People creating stuff. So again, all the answers that you need are inside of you. All the answers that you need are inside of you. So, and I'm just counting here because I'm just making sure, just like, the questions I want to ask source for your reading here. And I'm going to make sure I give you the questions for the moon and Leo, for those of you all who like questions, especially if you've been with me from the very beginning. And I would make sure I gave you all questions for those of you all who like writing questions, because I do have a good amount of this community, this collective community, who like to write questions in preparation for when the moon moves through zodiac signs. So when the moon is in Cancer, that's where you're kind of going in, protecting your energy, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and Cancer is the mother and money sign of the zodiac. So this is where you're saying, I'm valuing my time. That's where the money part comes in. I'm valuing my time, protecting my energy, going in, I'm pouring into myself, nurturing myself in very healthy ways. When the moon moves into Leo, that's what I'm saying, okay, my confidence is building. Kind of doing things that shows, kind of standing out a little bit, confidence, right? What about the near future for my Sagittarius? What about the near future for my Sagittarius? What about the near future for my Sagittarius? Okay. All right. So something is near. You may have a knock on your door. You may have somebody come to your door. Somebody who may have had access, a key to your home. It could be a child, grandchild, somebody who may feel really bad about them entering into your space at one point in time and just bringing a spirit that may have caused you nightmares at some point in time in your home. just kind of coming back to you, just kind of returning to you, because they may be regretful. They may be regretful because they were aware of something that they played a part in creating to some degree. It could have been somebody who said something to you, maybe they said something to you that played some role in it. It could have been somebody who said something. Let's give, for instance, because 8 connects us with death, right? So let's say that they may have caused you to some degree to lose a job. That would be the death of a cycle of a job, right? So let's say, for instance, you had a younger person, maybe it's a child or grandchild. They caused you so much stress, they caused you to lose a job because you were so stressed out, you weren't getting your sleep, whatever, and it caused money. And you just like, oh my gosh, here we go. I'm so stressed out. It's just not even worth it, right? I can't even pay attention at work, right? They created so many nightmares, coming in, ripping and running, in and out the house, this hours of the night. I'm just, oh God, it's just too much, right? Cause a nightmare, right? They brought a different spirit into your home. They may be coming in, maybe to apologize. Maybe coming in to apologize, right? Because again, they may have thought they got paid some money to do this. They paid attention to the wrong spirits, right? They paid attention. So paying is not always paying in terms of paper and coins money. It could be, but it's also paying attention to the wrong energies, right? They could be coming back to saying it wasn't even worth it to pay attention to certain energies. But what they created was a nightmare for you. Paying attention to something, to the wrong stuff. All right. So what about the the influence on you? It just showed an open enemy. It just showed an open enemy. Somebody that you could have had someone's back in court, and guess what? Physically, they stabbed you in the back in court. Went right into the courtroom and stabbed you right in the back. Showed a hidden enemy. Now here you are, an open enemy. You're an open supporter to someone, meaning that you went to court and supported somebody in court, right? But they showed a hidden enemy to you in court, to your mental health. Almost had you committed, right? All because you were an open book. So you could have been in court, could have paid money, emptied your wallet out. See how this is upside down right here? You emptied your wallet out. You could have created something for them that could have sustained them from having a nightmare. But because they listened to the wrong energies, whoever these energies are, this is what I'm saying, all the answers that you need are inside of you. You could have emptied your wallet out. I'm talking about upside down, emptied your bank account out for whoever this energy is, right? But because they listened to the wrong energies, created a nightmare for you, could have had you set out of your house, but you went to court. You had their back in court. Could have had you set out in the cold in your house, and they end up still stabbing you in the back in court. I don't know who you are, but I hope you don't turn that whole courtroom upside down. Whoever you are, please don't. Just keep it high vibrational. And if I can do anything to keep your vibrations high on this channel, please let me just listen. I'm sending good energy your way. Good high vibrational energy your way. Yeah, here we have the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, high vibrational. High vibrational here. Keep it on the throne. Very logical, very straightforward, high vibrational. All day and every day. Because this is what a lot of people have in common. They be paying attention to the wrong stuff. And when people are an open book and they telling you stuff, they are open book telling people stuff. Hey, look, all money is not good money. You can tell your loved ones that all day long. Listen, all money is not good money. You listening to the wrong advice. You can empty your wallet out. Give people your last dime. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They're your last dime. Almost be about to be set out of your house. Show up in court for people. Have their back. Looking like a whole, complete fool. Boo-boo the fool, to be exact. And will still get stabbed in the back. Let me see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. So, yeah, like I said, you're keeping something high vibrational. Keep something high vibrational. Yeah, because of some kind of external influences, unfortunately. So, yeah, you're keeping things high vibrational. You're keeping things high vibrational. What about your hopes and fears for my Sagittarius here? Hopes and fears for Sagittarius. If I can get these cards apart, hopes and fears, right? So you're hoping for a victory here. You're hoping for a victory here. You're hoping for a victory here. Because you're a fire sign, and we're hoping for victory here. So something is like fire shut up in someone's bones, and you've been praying for victory. You've been trying to, something has been affecting your health. It looks like here, even something has been affecting your health. So find out what your zodiac sign is in your 6th house. So 6th house is all about, 6th house is all about your health and well-being. So I'm seeing that someone is going to have a victory here. I'm seeing someone is going to have a victory here, looking at you, because you have been an open book, right? And so what's an outcome here? What's an outcome here? Yeah. Here's the 2 of Wands here. Something is going to be quick. Something is going to be real quick. If you're waiting on some kind of, and this is spiritual cord, by the way. Something is going to be real quick here. Something is going to be quick as a jet, like a quick as an airplane. Something is going to be real fast. So congratulations to you in advance. Congratulations to you in advance. And this is again about the year 9. When you talk about like in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual realm. You have prayer warriors, people who have been praying for you. You feel like you need a prayer warrior. You may feel like, gosh, I wish I had somebody to talk to right now, but I can't call so-and-so because we're not talking anymore, whomever, they're not paying attention. They're not, I can't call this person, can't call that person, but all the answers I need are inside of me. This is where you're saying, I don't have a prayer partner, because I'm kind of outside, I'm kind of on the outside now. This is where the polarity to the Justice card speaks to Aries, which is, this is where you go into prayer warrior mode. When you feel like, okay, it's just you at this point. It's just you and you. It's just you and God. That's when you say, okay, I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to go straight into prayer where it's just me and God. I'm just praying. All the answers I need are inside of me, right? Somebody has a demon of lust, right? Take your time to decide. Somebody wants the best for you. Your inner child is very proud of you. Somebody's still telling lies about you, but you don't care. Healed people just move differently, get some fresh air. She apologizes for betraying you. Relax, right? The best is yet to come, right? Close out the cycle in love, and it's all becoming clearer to you now, right? First red flag, pray and meditate. More money is coming soon. Heart chakra cleanse. Your new home awaits. Your new home awaits. One yes from God is all you need. One yes from God is all you need. Somebody could have felt very, very much by themselves, very much alone. Like, now is just not the right. Somebody could have felt like, dang, I wish I had certain people in my life right now. But what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do is start to listen to, people that you have a lot of stuff in common with. You have a lot of stuff in common with energy. Sometimes people can't listen to younger people. They feel like, oh, that person's younger than I am. They don't have the advice. They don't have the education. They don't have the spiritual knowledge. They don't have the degrees. They don't have this and that. They not going to know. But Source is saying prayer warrior is a prayer warrior, right? You're moving on, learning how to receive. So every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. To trust my inner guidance. So let me give you the questions for the moon in Leo. Here we have answers. Yeah. Somebody wants to connect with people who have answers, not with people who are just hiding information, gatekeeping. You want to connect with people who got answers. When it comes to people out here, lopsided when it comes to making money. Just making money just off of any old thing. First question is, do you connect to your core, your center daily? Second question is, do you express your creative side? Third question is your current wardrobe expressing who you are? This is about building your confidence. Fourth question is, do you protect your energy and time by politely saying no to requests and invitations that are not aligned to your being? And then fifth is, could you create more time and space for self-exploration and self-expression? The moon is going to be moving from Cancer into Leo. Again, you can download free moon calendars on your cell phone, from your cell phone. They're free, right? Because a moon in Leo helps you to kind of send out that radiant sunshine from within, from within your heart. This is where you may want to wear a bright color, your dress, or a bright tie, or something that's going to express your individuality, something that sets you apart from everybody else. Especially if you're a sun sign, you may do that already, right? But for those of you all, my cross watchers who may not be a sun sign, who may kind of want to shy away from the bold colors, that may give you like a little pop of color. Maybe wear like colored nails, or gold piece of jewelry, or maybe if you're used to wearing little tiny earrings, maybe you may wear something bolder that day, something that sets you apart. But people go, oh, okay, you're getting a little confident with the color today. You're wearing yellow, you're wearing gold today, you're wearing something a little different, to your confidence level increasing, something that stands out a little bit more, so just building your confidence level a little bit more. So just recognizing when people are becoming more confident, like you are becoming more confident, when people are starting to speak up for themselves and not seeing it as being disrespectful, but seeing people are starting to say, okay, I'm loving this new confidence in people. That people are starting to become a more open book. People are starting to express themselves more confidently, right? 333, I am powerful. I am powerful. So you are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. That is what I'm seeing for you all, Sagittarius. But again, all of the answers you need are inside of you. All right? Bye.